So as you can see from the previous footage, I attended the Ethel Cain Willoughby Tucker Forever tour show. Either. So if you hear squeaking and buzzing and running around, that's my dog Olive, because she really is wanting some attention at the minute. Let's not. How about we? Can we not? Can we not do that? How about we don't do that? God. Okay. So I attended the show. Let's leave it at that. So I attended the show, and God, I am not a fun person to attend concerts with, to start off with. Like, I am really, so with shows and movies or things that I really, really want to see, I'm very protective over my experience of seeing them. So with, like, yeah, so if there's a movie I've been really looking forward to going to see, or if there's a show I really I'm looking forward to watching, or if there's a concert I really want to go to, like this, let's not. Okay, can you play with any other toy that's not squeaking all the time? So I become really specific about how I want to enjoy that experience. So I was like, I really wanted to get a good spot. I just really wanted to get a good spot, and part of that is when you want to get a good spot in line and things like that, you have to get there pretty early. I wanted us to wear all black for the thing. That wasn't just my idea. So I don't want to paint this picture that I'm a Nazi of entertainment. However, I do enjoy things I just like to optimize my experience however I can. Because I really these experiences are often I'm never going to have the chance to see this movie in the cinema again. I'm never going to have the chance to see this particular tour show again. It's these once in a lifetime opportunities that I'm well, if I'm only going to get this opportunity once in a lifetime, I want it to be maximalized. I want it to be an ideal experience. I want it to be the ideal experience that I imagine, or the closest thing to what I imagine. That can be good, because it means you do tend to have a good experience based on what you're looking for, but... Ha! Also, check out the hoodie. Check out the hoodie. We got hoodies. Olive, what? I had to leave her alone for a big portion of the day because of going to this concert. Girl, the whole event itself felt like I was there for 12 fucking hours. Waiting in line, waiting for my friends to get merch, toilets, food, all that kind of stuff. And then waiting for the opening act to start, the opening act going all the way through, and then waiting for Ethel to start. That felt like 12 fucking hours. But then when Ethel came on, I mean, bro, I was beside myself. Oh, it went in the basket. I was beside myself when Ethel came out. It was so beautiful and emotional. Her voice sounded so amazing. She is just, and I haven't, oh, I'm sorry, did I say, I've never had quite a concert experience like it, and it's because she makes such unique music, because it's not just sad girl music, it's sad girl music from this such illustrative, visceral, macabre place. Oh, all right. So it was just an amazing show. The problem was what happened, because I went to the Fremantle show, which was the last show in the tour. She did her Perverts rendition, the Pervert section of her show, where she does her songs, Thatorchia, if I'm mispronouncing it. So, don't shoot me. She does her songs Thatorchia and Punish. And after that, she had to excuse herself off stage. My Uber Eats is almost here. Oh yeah, my Uber Eats is almost here. I need to go collect my Uber Eats. But, yeah, after she finished that, she had to excuse herself off stage, and there was a big portion of just, the band chilling, there. the band chilling up there, and then announced that they needed a 15-minute intermission. I will circle back to why I thought that occurred. So, just got Uber Eats. Dude, Uber Eats drivers are like, it's like an act in masochism what they do. They like come to my house and then they wait outside. They get out of their cars and wait in like the freezing cold, waiting for me to come down. I'm like, girl, just wait in your car. Wait where it's warm. Why are you trying to get a little sympathy 5 stars out of me? I was gonna give you 5 stars anyway. Hi, baby. But yes, so I think that it could be 2 things why Ethel had to excuse herself from stage. It was either a vocal thing, because she was kind of like towards the end of the night when she did eventually come back, she was like holding her neck, and it could be a artistic expression thing, but there was a lot of times she was doing big notes and then going. So I think it could be a vocal injury thing, or it's possibly an emotional thing, because I know she's gotten emotional during some shows, and her work is very, very personal and very brutal. Like, her songs don't pull its punches in terms of like difficult themes. Like, the idea of her music, it's meant to like bridge the experiences of this character and the experiences of her real life and creating this sort of thing. And so it talks about like, trigger warning, but it talks about like rape and murder and cannibalism and not feeling loved and self-hatred and self-harm and suicide and stuff. It's very intense. So I know that she's gotten emotional at previous shows for things like that. So I think she could be excusing herself because it got maybe a bit too much, and, you know, go off, girl, you know. The audience is not entitled to you pushing through your art or you pushing through your sense of safety, if that safety is feeling breached internally or externally. But yeah, I think that so I think it was that. But then she came back and it was amazing. She did one of her best numbers like after coming back. So that she came back really strong with her song Telemea. Had one of my, there's a part that it's awful. It's a song about like being raped and murdered, but it's there's a part where she keeps going like stop, like saying stop over and over, and it gets more and more intense to a point where it's like screaming, and the audience kept building up with it. And it was like one of my favorite like crowd chant moments at a live show. It was fucking excellent. But it was a really, really fun show, and she was my most streamed artist last year. Her song Nettles, which I was crying I was crying for like the first half of that show. And then when she did her her section on Perverts, her section for her album Perverts, which was a less listened to album, but one of her newer albums, because it's a very experimental album. She did 2 songs for it, and it was just like, I hope I have a video of it. I can get a video of it somewhere. If not, look it up. Her doing her Thatorchia Thatorchia Punish combo. But fucking hell, she was so in it. Like, it felt like she was casting a spell. I was literally like looking at the stage, like, it wasn't like smiling or like sadness. It was like gagged. I was absolutely gagged. So that was amazing. Her doing Telemea was amazing. Her whole show was brilliant. I loved her show. My only wish is that it was longer, and that we got to have that time, because unfortunately some really good, I checked out the set list of some really good songs like House in Nebraska and Strangers and Tempest got cut from the set because of the break, and that sucked, but what are you going to do? You got to enjoy the experience for what it was. So that was a bummer, but if your only complaint about a show is you just wish it went longer, it's a pretty good complaint to have. Her voice was excellent. She sounded amazing. She was so into it. She did this cool little like thing, like she would do like this big sound, and she would just quickly bring the mic down it so it created this really sharp like sound. Fucking hot. She just like is really good about playing with the vocal melodies of her music. And in her more like intense sort of like visceral, grimy music, she really is good at feeling it with her body and feeling like she's really in it. It feels like you're almost watching the character of Ethel Cain on stage instead of the artist Hayden Adedonia. So, a brilliant show. I loved it so much, and I can't wait for either Ethel's new music, whenever she does that, her next album, but with this hoodie, with my attendance in this show, not that I wasn't a confirmed Ethel Cain stan before, but I am an even further confirmed Ethel Cain stan now. So, any of you who's watching this, don't listen to her. Get into that shit, bitch.